Riley Herbst is a driver who gets far too much hate for what he's been able to accomplish over the last couple of seasons. Many people, when they see Herbst, automatically hate him because he brings in sponsorship, and whenever he has consistently good performances, none of his haters say anything, but the moment he has some sort of issue that may not even be because of his own doing, the haters come out. Riley Herbst was born and raised in Las Vegas, Nevada, and would get his first go-kart at the age of 5, and would transition to off-road trophy trucks. Terrible Herbst, which is a name many people who dislike Herbst like to call him, is a chain of gas stations and convenience stores owned by the Herbst family across the West Coast. They would sponsor Riley on pretty much any race car he's ever drove. Monster Energy, having a relationship with the Herbst family, would support Riley through his racing career. Riley would eventually come to a crossroads as he wanted to race for his career, but you can hardly make a living off off-road racing. But Riley wanted to race for his career. Riley would look elsewhere, and he would look to NASCAR as he would join the NASCAR Next program in 2017. He would drive for Joe Gibbs Racing for all but one race in 2017, as his age restricted him from running Daytona. In his sixth start, he would qualify 4th at Pocono in a field of around 30 cars and would dominate the race, picking up his first career win. Overall, that season, he had 1 win, 6 top 5s, 10 top 10s, all in 19 starts. While he didn't light the world on fire, he wasn't horrible either. He did have some DNFs along the way, but a lot of them were because of mechanical failures. Sorry for the mumble. He would finish 5th in the point standings that season. 2018 would be a big year for Herbst as he would improve in every stat, picking up 8 top 5s, 15 top 10s, in 20 races. The only stat he didn't improve in was the wins column, as sadly he didn't pick up a checkered flag. During this time, he would also make 4 Truck Series starts for Kyle Busch Motorsports and David Gilliland Racing, where on his debut he would get a top 10 finish. He also made his NASCAR Xfinity Series debut this year, where he would qualify 9th and finishing a very respectable 6th place finish after a pit road penalty at Iowa. In 2019, he made 9 more NASCAR Xfinity Series starts, finishing in the top 10 3 times. He would also make 3 more truck starts that year for Kyle Busch Motorsports, getting 2 top 10s and 1 top 5, all in 3 starts, and would come also close to winning the NASCAR Truck Series race at Talladega.
Trying to hold off the field. Johnny Sauter eliminated from the playoffs last week, but he's going to get it done at Talladega today. Johnny Sauter holding off the crowd and winning for the second time at Talladega.
If you force a truck below the line by blocking them there, you could be black flagged. And below the line goes both those trucks.
He would also be widely known for this in 2019.
And let's go downstairs to Hannah.
One of those drivers collected in this first lap wreck, Riley Herbst, here in that number 17 DGR Crosley Toyota. What happened from your point of view?
Yeah, I have no idea. I was just going straight. Next thing I knew, I was in the inside wall. Car was killed, but it really sucks because I thought we had a good shot at winning this deal today. It just really sucks because we had a really fast Monster Energy Toyota Camry, and we're out with lap 1.
We're looking at the car here, actually, and it doesn't look like too much damage cosmetically. What do you guys think it was that took you out here?
The car's killed. Look at the right side of the thing.
Oh yeah, I can't see the right side over here. So Riley Herbst out in today's K&N race.
Yeah, Hannah, I could tell you I can see the right side, and it's pretty well used up.
What a douchebag.
So Riley Herbst in trouble here on lap number 1.
He would go full-time for Joe Gibbs Racing in the NASCAR Xfinity Series in 2020, where he would get 2 second-place finishes, 1 at Auto Club and also 1 at Kentucky Speedway. Other than that, it was a pretty rough season, getting 4 top 5s and 17 top 10s. Although many of them were out of his control, getting wrecked by the drivers, one of his most impressive races was at the Roval, where he was battling for the lead in the wet until getting caught up in an accident, again, out of his own doing.
You mentioned how bad it was. Oh, trouble, and Riley Herbst is in trouble, Rick. Big damage to the back of that car. As a matter of fact, it's almost all gone, as the 18 of Riley Herbst will bring out caution number 1 before the competition caution comes out, and big damage for Riley Herbst.
See Riley right on the bottom of the racetrack where he needs to be. Noah right behind him. Yeah. We talked about the aggressiveness of Noah Gragson before this race started.
I don't get it. I just don't get it 5 laps into the race why you have to be that aggressive on a slick racetrack with Riley in front of him. I know Noah didn't drive in there with the intention of wrecking the 18. We didn't see the last 2 or 3 laps. Maybe the 18 was holding him up. We only saw the end of the story, but definitely pushing the issue early. That was for the 10th position. So maybe he figured he had to make some runs, but either way, the loser in this will be the 18 of Riley Herbst.
Cindric there as well, trying to get second.
one of the most frustrating.
Trouble. Riley Herbst spinning. Right at the start-finish line. 6th caution of the day. Looks like he kept it. Maybe a little damage left front, but pretty clean there.
I'm going to say he had some help, Regan. That's a spot of the racetrack you would think there's a good chance of that. Yeah, I'm going to say that was help. Yeah.
How do you do?
Yeah. Interesting spot to get help at Pocono.
Tough day for the Gibbs cars.
I'm going to say something else happened involved that got Haley a little bit upset at him.
You're saying we need to rewind the tape a little further?
I'm saying there's more to that story.
Let's hope that something else happened.
After this, he would get let go from Joe Gibbs Racing and would move on to Stewart-Haas Racing the next season in 2021. Previous year saw Chase Briscoe pick up 9 wins, but people need to remember that Herbst is not Chase Briscoe and has a lot less experience behind the wheel. He would pick up a pole and a best finish of 3rd, but would admittedly have a disappointing season, picking up 13 top 10s and 5 top 5s. But again, he would be involved in things that were not his fault while running well.
Pit road there. It was a very...
Oh, there's trouble in turn 2. This will bail him out. This caution will be huge. That is Ty Dillon in the 54 making contact with Riley Herbst in the 98. This might work out for the 22 car.
They might be at least get the left rears. Let's see what happened here on here. You obviously hit the bump. Ty Dillon hit the bump, the tunnel bump, gets loose up into the 1, and then here comes the 98.
Yeah, Riley had nowhere to go, running the bottom lane. That's tough, man. Usually that 54 is one of those fast cars that handles in any of the lanes. I wonder where maybe Ty was just on the loose side of things as he drove down in there. Ugh.
2022 would see his return to Stewart-Haas Racing, and this is where Herbst really started to show what he had behind the wheels. He picked up another pole, 8 top 5s, 20 top 10s, but sadly 0 wins. But he did deserve more, and again would get caught up in things not of his own doing while running in the top 10. So far in 2023, he has 2 top 5s, 6 top 10s, and 7 races. He and Till Richmond had a top 10 streak of 9 straight dating back to Homestead in 2022, which ties for the most in SHR Xfinity Series history. He's also the lone driver to have a top 10 in every race, until at Richmond, where he led 27 laps and looked to continue the top 10 streak, was spun out late by Brandon Jones, relegating Herbst to a 23rd place finish.
Chandler Smith through to 2nd. Oh boy. And a little bumper tag in the corner, and we got one going around. Brandon Jones, Riley Herbst. Cautions breed cautions.
Enough room there.
Not good for Stewart-Haas Racing. Riley Herbst goes around. Cole Custer nowhere to go. He got some damage, and that was Connor Mozak.
He also made his NASCAR Cup Series debut for Rick Rowe Racing in the Daytona 500, getting a very respectable top 10 finish, finishing 10th. He's also one, if not the only driver to have a top 10 on debut in the ARCA West, East, and Main ARCA Series, which also includes the NASCAR Trucks, Xfinity, and Cup Series to have a top 10 on debut. It may sound a little confusing, but you have to give me a break. This is my first kind of commentary video. Herbst has been tracking up, and I really believe that the first win is right around the corner. Thank you for watching.